Hey everybody, this is Josh Cook, and today I'm going to give you a quick lesson on fry screaming. So what is fry screaming? It's the higher pitched, really distorted form of screaming that a lot of metal singers use, and it all starts from a technique that we can thank The Grudge for. Do you remember that movie, The Grudge? I don't even think I ever saw it, but if you watch the commercials for it, you'll know what I'm talking about. Apparently this little girl calls you up, she's haunted, and she makes this sound. It goes something like, ah. And then you're haunted for the rest of your life, or you die within the next couple days, or something to that effect. Well, we're going to start with that sound, and we're going to try to raise it up into our resonant space up behind the nose. But there's two ways to do this. There's the wrong way and the right way. Let's talk about the wrong way first. So a lot of people will shape their mouth and tongue and little muscles in around the throat and nose and all that stuff, and they'll contort them and try to change the timbre of the sound, or the tone, so it sounds a little more thin and high-pitched. That's great, but it's not really changing the pitch the way we want to. So here's a demonstration. That sort of idea. I'm kind of just dancing around one note. To be honest, once you learn how to fry scream, it's almost tricky to come back to that. So anyway, you want to really be able to hum a melody of a song or something to that effect using this style. So whether it's Mary Had a Little Lamb, or whatever song you want to do, probably one that's less annoying than that. The idea is, as you get more comfortable doing that, keep raising up that sound more and more. And eventually it goes from a clicky sort of sound to a more grainy sort of sound. It's kind of a little bit tricky to explain, but I feel like when I get up to the top part there, it feels like sandpaper. It feels really just distorted, almost like someone's throwing a distortion pedal on your voice. And it's all overtones, little tiny frequencies that are clashing up behind the resonance area. So again, start off with some low, just get the tone, and then try seeing if you can raise it up, and then from there, put it up behind the nose. That's the idea. Again, it's sort of the pitch that determines how those overtones clash. So it's hard to do this with a lower tone. If you're a bass or a really low baritone singer, it's going to come across a lot better. But generally, most tenors and even baritones and even females, whatever range you have, as long as it's probably not a bass, you're going to generally find that this technique or this tone is produced best up in the higher part of your range. So again, it's called fry screaming. I got a lot of those tips from Zen and the Art of Screaming with Melissa Cross. I'm not going to take credit for all that. I just kind of have my own little twist that I put on it for when I teach students. It's easier said than done, so you're going to have to practice it, but I'm pretty convinced that pretty much every voice can do it. It's just a whole lot of practice and patience, believe me. So anyway, go out there, fry scream, have some fun, and scare some people with it, I suppose. Have a good day. This is Josh Cook. Thanks for listening.